Record. I'm going to hit record, or I just hit record. Hey, y'all, we're talking about Facebook Live. And so, Lizette, finish your thought.
No, I just think sometimes, like last night, I was going to seriously post like a selfie with a quote and how I was feeling. And then I ended up jumping on and just getting on live. I realized later that I definitely think I went too long. I think 5 minutes is a magic number. And that was just a learning experience. But the first time I ever did a video, I don't know if y'all saw it. It was completely random, but it was my laundry video where I dropped off my laundry.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Oh my God. It was crazy. People were like, girl, you're crazy. I'm like, well, I'm just being real. Okay.
Yeah.
So I think it's good. Just have to keep learning,
Yeah, and the thing that Sharon and I were just talking about is that, sorry, y'all, I'm going to move my computer into my husband's office. The thing that Sharon and I were talking about is that's the thing now. Like that's the new, that's going to be pretty big. Like Chalene Johnson,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of us follow her, and she's saying like that's the newest thing. So the thing that I really like about it is the same, really similar to what Lizette was sharing, that a lot of times I will be thinking about, hey Megan, I'll be thinking about a post, and then sometimes it is a little more time consuming to actually type it out and then get a picture and put a quote on it. And, I think we still need to do that, of course. But if there's something to, in this business, as all of y'all know, it's like connecting with people is the number one thing. And so I think that that's such a great way to connect with people, because they can see you, they can hear your voice, they can see you how you are in real life. And it's a little more scary than making a video, because there's no editing. You can't go back and edit. But I think that that's good, because I think that whatever you're going to say is just going to come out, So try it. I would encourage y'all to start out in our challenge groups and just do a live video in the challenge group, and just try it. And it, you just think of one thing you want to talk about and just get on there and talk. But I agree with you. I think shorter is definitely better, especially if you're going to do it in the middle of the day. I've been trying to make mine around 3 minutes. And I would suggest, if you're going to do, I've done a lot of food ones. So if you're going to do a food one, definitely have like everything ready, so that this is what I've learned. Have it all right there, and then, whatever you're going to say, and then just, show it really quick. And then talk about, like, I would also put in there, talk about why you do that, like whatever it is that you're sharing, why do you do that, Chantal, you did a good one on your like page that was about something in your garden.
Oh yeah. That was totally random, and that worked the best. And it's like, when I think about it, I freeze and I freak and I can't talk,
Yeah.
And so I feel that, but if you're right though, because I did another one that it wasn't live, but I did a video that came out super natural, because I was, like you said, with food all prepared, and I'm comfortable in the kitchen, so it comes out that way.
Well, and that's what I was going to say. Whatever y'all want to do a video about, it doesn't have to be about fitness. I mean, the goal is to engage people that are following you, and to connect with people. So it could be something that you're passionate about outside of whatever it is of fitness. So go back to those like when we did that branding course, go back to those 3 to 5 things that you could talk about that come naturally and talk about that. Like, cause Chantal, I'm the same way. I'm so comfortable in the kitchen, you know, and it's so easy for me to like, just cause I'm in there all the time. So like,
Yeah.
that seems really natural to me. So I would suggest when you're going to do a video, also maybe do it in a surrounding where you're comfortable, you know,
Yeah.
like if you're comfortable at home, do it at home in a certain room of your house, you know, or for me, sometimes I'm really comfortable in my car, just sitting, obviously stopped in a parking lot, but you know, do it at where you're comfortable. Or I'm also really comfortable talking after I work out, you know? And so that's come to my mind, you know, maybe doing a quick live thing after I work out. So just try it. Try it out in the group first. Y'all can even try, if y'all want to try it in the team page and just share and just talk about what you did for your business that day. That's an idea, you know?
Okay. That's a good
idea. On there just to practice talking, you know?
Okay. That sounds good.
Yeah, and just say, hey, I wanted to let y'all know this is what I did, you know, for my business, and we can kind of, you know, just or maybe share about your personal development. Maybe there was something that you learned that you want to just get on there and talk. So that's a thought. And then I wanted to also mention because Julie had some questions, and when she watches this back. She had some questions about like crafting a post for a coaching opportunity, like to share about the coaching opportunity and how it should be. First of all, I want to say that there's so many examples out there of, you probably see sponsored posts of very successful coaches. So first things first, don't take it. It's good to take a post that resonates with you and make it your own, you know, but don't take a top coach's post and I'm not saying any of y'all have done this, but I'm just cautioning you, like, don't take a top coach's post and say, oh, I like that. And then post that because there's certain, you know, verbiage that those coaches use because for lack of a better way of saying this, they've kind of earned the right to say that. And I hope that doesn't seem rude or mean, but so what I'm saying is if you need to share what it's done for you in your life, why you signed up, okay? And maybe what you are working towards. Okay. Or, you know, what it does for you, because, does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
So yeah, because I think sometimes it's tempting to see some of these top coaches posts and say, oh, that's so great, you know, and I do that too. But just remember that, you know, you need to like gear it towards where you are right now in your life, but also say, this is what I'm working towards though. You know, I am doing this to help my kids pay for college or, you know, whatever it is that you're doing, you know? Julie had some questions and I voice memoed her back these 3 questions. So I want to just mention these to y'all as you're thinking about like how to share. And that being said, first of all, before I get to the questions, like I said, I think it's great to find a coach's post that resonates with you and tweak it and make it your own. Definitely do that. Okay. And y'all are welcome to steal anything that I share and make it your own. Megan said she had kind of tweaked something that I shared. So definitely do that. All I'm saying is, you know, definitely don't, you know, take a top coach's post and think that you need to be saying that, because you definitely want to be yourself. That's all I was trying to say by that. So I asked her 3 questions. First of all, why did you sign up as a coach? So think about like where you were in that time in your life. what excited you about the coach opportunity? So why did you sign up? And then the second question, why have you stayed? What have you gained from it? Not only like from a financial standpoint, but like, community. I have a lunch engagement, so I'm going to have okay, no problem, Megan. Thanks for joining in. And then let's see. Okay, so why have you stayed as a coach? And then maybe, is there something like, what could this person benefit from it? And so Julie was asking specifically, do I share my story? Do I, so you do want to put a little bit of your story in there, but keep in mind it does need to be short. You don't want it really, really long, because people are scrolling, and I can't wait to listen to the rest. Yay, Megan. Yeah, I'll process it. Thanks for getting on though. And then, yeah, so you want to make it short, and then I would recommend doing a picture of you or you with your family. I would not recommend doing a collage, only because I think I have noticed personally, collages are not doing as well. When I post a collage, it just doesn't get as much traction, because I think it's not as eye-catching as a picture of you or just one single picture. And it can have a quote on it. You could have a quote on it, or not. It's kind of whatever you want to do. But try it different ways. Maybe try one picture with the same kind of verbiage, and then post the same verbiage with a different picture and see what happens. You kind of have to try it. I'm not saying don't do collages. I have just noticed, me personally, that they don't do well.
Well, I have to tell you, Holly, I just want to tell you that I posted a collage, I think the last time we did coaching opportunity, and I hardly got anything from it. And then this morning I posted one on my like page, and then I got a notification of, hey, this is doing better than whatever person.
Oh, really? How to do that.
And so, do you want to boost this post? And actually, I just posted it on my personal page just like before we hopped on. And I don't know, it's got the one pictures with you and I and that kind of stuff on it. It just has some stuff on it, but I got like 4 people, local, like people around who know me, who liked it, which I got the last time, which was weird. And the comment on it doesn't count because it's my aunt. but that they came out and said, hey, you should boost this or whatever. And I don't know if that's like, are they telling you to do that because they think it would be a good thing, or they just want your money? Like, when they do that, what's the deal with that?
Yeah, I don't know, because that happens. No, I just think that they do that on most posts.
Okay.
If you want to boost it, just to ask you. And no, I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to say don't do collages. Sharon actually recommended not doing them to me, but I mean, and I have noticed also that they don't do as well.
Okay.
For me, that's just, but I mean, I didn't know you posted one. So that's, I mean, if it works, then that's good. Yeah. I think it just depends on, what the post is. It's funny because for a while collages were doing really well.
Yeah. Well, they still are doing, when they do, they recommend that they have recommended, like, that's your, I think, Rock the Basics 3.0. I think that's the second homework that you have to do is a collage of and put it out there. And I don't know, it might be dated.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I don't know.
Yeah. Well, just play around with it. I mean, but if that did well, then that's good.
Yeah. just not use it. I mean, you have to, like you said, I think it's important to just to change it up. And I really like your suggestion of using the same verbiage and switching the
Yeah,
picture.
just trying a different picture. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so those are my thoughts. So just why did you sign up? What do you love about it? And think about who you want to talk to. Like, who are you talking to? And who do you want to reach? And what would they be needing at that time? What do they need from the coaching opportunity? Do they need accountability for their fitness? Do they need more financial, opportunities for their family? Do they struggle with or the community part of it? Do they want to be a part of people that are positive and uplifting? Because that's a part of it that, as all of us know, that's, I think, a lot of why a lot of us stay, because, as we get a lot of no's, and it's kind of up and down, this kind of a business. But I think for me, a lot of times what keeps me going is just knowing that I'm not the only one getting no's, and, so, but anyway, I hope that helps y'all as we're kind of putting posts together. But then the main thing is to keep it, short, and that's hard. I find it's hard because it's almost like there's a fine line between too much information and not enough, so you definitely want to just put a little snippet, but make it resonate with you. Make sure that it's kind of goes along with your story and what you find that you like about this business and where you want to go with it and everything. So, yeah. And then I didn't really have anything else I wanted to talk about. It was mainly that. And then that's really it. So do y'all have Chantal or Lizette? I know Lizette can't talk, but if you have a question and you want to, or if you want to put it in the chat.
So I have one thing that I would love some input from
Yes.
all of you, just having been in this for a while, is I'm very interested in doing a free 5-day group. And I know those are kind of ramping up right now just based on, recent calls. And so I'm just looking for maybe some resources where I can find some examples. Holly, I know you're doing the one with the devotional.
I haven't started it yet, but
so anyway, just if you would just point me in the right direction or whatever, if anybody has any just advice, I would really appreciate it.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, the only ones that I have done are free clean eating groups. I have a 5-day clean eating meal plan that I'm happy to send you. And then as far as like post content, I'm trying to think.
Well, I feel like I could probably handle that. It's like I just want to have a plan, I just want to make sure I have some sort of structure to it.
Right. What I've done? So what I've done in the past with free 5-day groups. So the clean eating ones that I've done, basically they get a 5-day meal plan. They get a grocery shopping list. And then also I did provide, I know okay. Carrie actually did this, and I think it's a good idea. Okay, so you do a 5-day, and also you can have the option if they want to upgrade and try Shakeology. So you have that as an option, and then they would just purchase the sampler pack. And then what some coaches have done in the past, all the celebrity trainers like Tony Horton and Autumn and Siggy, all of them have YouTube channels, Shanti. And so Carrie actually came up with this idea. She shared a YouTube video link as the workout that they could do as an option. And it kind of gave people a taste of the program. And so you just go to like, just search, just type in the YouTube search, and you just copy and paste that in there and say, hey, if y'all need, you know, a workout idea. But the requirement is to drink water, eat clean, and then exercise for 30 minutes a day. And that could be anything. They do anything for their exercise. This is just what I've done in the past. And then so Monday would be kind of talking about motivation, talking about why are you doing this group. Tuesday, I have done something more food focused, like what is clean eating, you know, why do we need to eat clean, that kind of thing. And for those kind of things, you can even go to Pinterest and just look up like a definition of clean eating, you know, and use that as the picture. That's what when I've done those free groups, I just take a bunch of stuff from Pinterest instead of making stuff, you know.
Oh yeah.
So easy. And then Wednesday I had is more workout focused, like you know, benefits of working out, benefits of, you know, cardio, resistance training, flexibility, that kind of thing. And then Thursday was kind of a importance of water. I think I did like Thirsty Thursday. So importance of water, hydration, and maybe have them, you know, keep them engaged and ask them to post something every day. Like Monday, maybe share your favorite motivation quote. Tuesday, post a picture of your food. Workout Wednesday, maybe, you know, a sweaty workout picture. Thursday, post your your water glass or bottle. And then Friday was I'm trying to think what I had done in the past. I think it was just like maybe share results. You know, what did you get from this week? What did you learn from this week? And then what I do at the end of all those groups is I will post, and the final post will be thank you for you know, taking part in this. I would love to keep helping you, and you can do this even through a video. Might be better through a video. And just say, you have a couple options to keep going. My next group starts X date. If you're looking for ongoing coaching and accountability, please message me or comment below, and, you know, kind of inviting them to join a longer challenge group. And then you can also add in as option 2, say, you know, I am looking for positive, uplifting women to join my team. And if you could see yourself doing something like I did this week, this is what I do. You know, I'd love to share with you what the coaching opportunity is all about. So it can be like a way to, you know, invite them to those 2 things. That's what I've done in the past. And
that sounds great. That sounds great. And so you just created an event and invite people?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, no, you know what? For those free groups, I don't think I've ever created an event, but you can do that. I don't think I ever did that. I think it was only through posts and through making videos. Yeah, but I think doing an event is a great way to do that. Yeah.
Okay. I was just curious how that worked, like how they were a part of it.
Yeah.
Like, if it was an event, or, you know what I mean? Like I wasn't, that's what I was like unclear about.
Yeah, I never did an event. I just posted about it, and all I did is say comment below I'm in, and then I just had them, I just put them in there. Another thing you can also do, and I tried this and I didn't get as many people in the group, but I had them fill out a Google form and just kind of asking about their goals and stuff, because it makes them take that extra step, you know. Mm-hmm. But for some reason, a lot of people just didn't fill out the form. So I don't know. A lot of coaches do that though. They have them fill out a Google form. So that, I mean, that's another thought, but I think, yeah, either do an event or just post about it. And then, I know a lot of other coaches have done.
So you did like a group instead? Like it's a group?
Yeah. So you just create a group.
Okay. That's probably the best way to do it. Okay. I
Yeah,
got
just
you.
post about it. Oh, yeah, you definitely want to create a group. No, that's okay. No, you definitely want to create a Facebook group, and then you're just posting in there like we do for our longer groups.
Okay, gotcha.
But then make sure you close down that group after. I think I would keep it up till Saturday or Sunday is what I would usually do, and then close it down.
Okay.
But it kind of gives people a chance to, date you as a coach and see what it's about and grow your network. I mean, I think the thing with those is to have your goal to basically grow your network.
That is my goal. Yeah.
Yeah. And I never had a whole lot of success with them, and I don't know why. I don't know why, but I just haven't. So, but a lot of coaches do them once a month. John Paul, you've done them.
I did one actually. We're doing one on the 25th. We're starting one on the 25th.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And initially it was a Shakeology challenge. We were going to do it free, and then there's nothing. Nobody was interested in doing that, so we turned it into a free with the option after.
Okay.
Shakeology, but I decided that. Well, we all decided we're going to do. Me and Megan and Julie are doing one, and we decided not to do a meal plan or a grocery list.
Mm-hmm.
We're just going to do like a theme thing, and it's on cleaning up your nutrition, your fitness, and your mindset. And we're just going to feed that and do start it Saturday with some chatter, and Sunday motivation, and then Tuesday was going to be why, or Monday was going to be your why, and Tuesday was going to be get back with the responses. Hopefully we have some engagement. And then we were going to talk about tracking, and not just food, like tracking your workouts and tracking what's in your head. Like, what are you thinking?
That's a good idea.
And like, what are you doing? What are you doing when you're waking up in the morning? And what are you doing when you're going to the mirror and you look all tired and you feel like crap and you're looking in the mirror? What are you telling yourself?
That's
and that kind of stuff. And then finishing it off with maybe a recipe or two, and then asking, if they're interested to go any further, and if this is something that would be a help to them.
Mm-hmm.
But I just find that in the past, it's like people always want to do free stuff and they never want to commit. And I'm not sure it's worth grocery lists and a meal plan and stuff like that. Like, if they want to do that, maybe do that later. But a lot of people have really great success with free groups, and that's the way they get. And if you have 50 people and you have 2 people join, that's like, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, I love that. That's a really good idea. And one thing I will bring up about the meal plan is that I have found that people, they don't stick to it.
No. And so it's almost like a waste, because it's like, I don't like this. I don't like this.
And I found that they were messaging me asking, I don't like this food. Can I have something else? Well, sure. And then I felt like I was spending, honestly, too much time doing that for a free group, and I just, I used to write out meal plans when I trained people. I don't like doing that anymore. So I think maybe that's why I got so burned out on them, because I was doing those meal plan ones. So anyway, Lizette, I'm not saying don't do a meal plan. That's just what
I don't think I'm going to, I mean, here's a list of foods kind of thing, but not a meal plan. Yeah. You know what you could do, Lizette? This would be a good idea. Just share your grocery list. That's what I was going to do. Yeah.
These are my staples. This is what gets me through you know, my week as a wife and mom of 2 growing boys. Like,
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's what I was going to do, because people have been asking me about that.
Okay, do that then. Yeah, because you definitely don't want to, you know, wear yourself out with meal plans. But they really it's funny because people, and it's just human nature, you know, but people would do really well until about Wednesday.
Yeah.
You know, it's like the first 2 days, there would be like tons of food posts and like everybody posting their meals. And, you know, I mean, I don't think I ever had anyone finish out the full week of following the meal plan, you know, so. But it's a good way to grow your network. I think you would be really good, you know, with a group like that.
Well, we'll see. I want to try it anyway. There's there's nothing to lose, I don't think.
Right.
No, absolutely not, Lizette. You have nothing to lose at all.
Yeah, because you're going to gain, or you're going to add people to your network. And it's also just practice, you know, coaching people.
That's exactly what I was thinking. It's just going to make me a better coach.
You're just going to be more and more comfortable. And that's what's really good about those free groups. That's what's actually the best thing about it.
Yeah.
Because there's no strings attached.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. That's good. And Chantal, I think y'all's group sounds really good.
Well, we're going to try. I've never done anything like that. And I want to find something that's like it's where your head is. It's about where your head is, really, for everything. So, you know, like everything that you do. That book is so awesome. Like,
Unglued.
I have to say something about that book. Like, I'm going to have to bring something up because it just is. It's so mindful, and everything that you see, like all the passages too, like that she refers to in scripture are like, you don't even have to, it doesn't even have to come from the Bible. It's just common sense. It's like, if you just apply this, and if you didn't know where it came from, for those people who are, you know, non-Christian, or they don't want to have anything to do with the Bible, it's just makes sense.
Yeah.
You know, and like, you just got to take a breath and not, you know, everybody's so used to reacting right away. And it really pays not to do that. Like so much.
I know.
So often it just like brings me to tears, because it's like, God, I do it all the time. Not in a bad way, God, but it's like.
No, I know what you're saying. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And it's so helpful. It's so helpful. I wish I would have bought the hard copy. I regret buying them. I bought the audio. I'm just going to buy it because there's buy
the hard copy.
Highlight.
You can still buy the hard copy. I have both.
Oh, yeah.
I have both.
I feel the same. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
I read it when I can. And then if I'm on like chapter 7, I think. But I'm kind of going through it slow because I'm finding that I really need to read it. And then I need to listen to that chapter. It's helping me so much to have both.
Yeah.
But it's been, oh my gosh, it's so good. Oh, it's so good. It's crazy because she relates to me. I mean, she and I are the same person, I swear. It's like we are twins. Everything that she says, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And especially with Made to Crave, I'm like, what? Like, thank you for writing this, but like she and I are the same person. It's crazy. Even some of the things she shares in the chapters in Unglued, I'm like when she talks about freaking out over the little things, coming unglued over, y'all, I came unglued because Skylar grabbed a thing of wrapping paper today and was unrolling it and like all over the floor. And I was like, and I like grabbed it from him, and I'm like, wait. And I had just read that this morning, and I was like, wait a second. This is wrapping paper. Why am I coming unglued over this stuff? I need to make a video about that.
That's kind of what I talked about last night in my video. It was like, I came unglued with my coffee. Are you serious? No coffee?
Yeah, it's awesome. I love that book. I was going to mention one more thing before it kicks us off here in a minute. Oh,
time is it? Is it
Oh.
20?
Okay, yes. So yesterday I had a friend of mine that I went to high school with message me, and she said, Holly, I have been watching your posts over the last year, and I have been hesitant to reach out because I don't know if it's something I can stick with, but I want some information about your next group. And y'all, I was floored because she has maybe liked, I don't know, half a dozen of my posts over the last year. So the point that I'm making about this, and I messaged with her back and forth, and she got a hammer and chisel challenge pack yesterday. So the point that I'm making about all this is that just keep doing what you're doing. Even when you think people don't see it, they see it. A lot of people do not click like. They just don't. And so just put it out there because you just never know. And number one. Number two, it takes people a long time. I mean, she said she had been watching and considering messaging me for a year. You know, like that's a long time. So just keep putting it out there. And like the importance of your story, she really struggles with food. And so, you know, just keep putting out what you're like. Lizette keeps saying you keep on coming unglued about stuff because probably a lot of other moms that, you know, are like nodding right along. Like, thank God I'm not the only one. So, yeah.
And I think too, a reason for me, a lot of times I don't like posts is because I don't want to be caught in the feed and have all these notifications. So I don't do that. So especially if and it's like, I don't know, I just don't.
Well, now if you like it, it won't notify you.
Yeah.
If you comment on it, you'll get a notification saying somebody else commented on, you know. Yeah, if you like it, it won't know. But I know what you're talking about because a lot of times when people announce that they're pregnant or they had a baby or something and I comment on it, and then you get like a million, you know, notifications. This person commented on that. And I don't know, you might be able to go into your settings and change those. I don't know. Change those notifications. You should be able to do that.
Okay.
But yeah. Okay, well, y'all let me know if you need anything over this weekend, and thanks for joining. Thanks for getting on.
Okay, well, thanks
so much.
Keep playing with the live stuff. It's good.
Have a good weekend.
Yes, y'all have a good weekend.
All right.
All right. Bye.
Bye.